Yeah, yes, people. Welcome to another. Well, it's not even. It's a special Mandem United podcast. Actually, another versus. It is the Manchester United versus Manchester City preview. The Mandem United podcast versus the Gyaldem City podcast, and I'm joined by you get me one half of the Gyaldem City podcast, even though she's put herself on mute. But like I said, one half of the Gyaldem City podcast, 1/4 of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. 1/7 of Shameless FC on Lewis's channel. Shout out to Carefree Lewis. Manchester City is in the building. What are you telling me, Yana? You good? I'm not even sure if she's there, people.
Yeah, I'm good. It just sounds like a rocket is taking off in the back.
Yeah, it really does. It's cool. No worries.
But yeah, cool. I'm good.
Yan City is in the building, people. But like I start each and every show on the channel, love to everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City in whatever capacity. It's much appreciated and it does not go unnoticed. So please make sure whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back, you hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Doesn't matter if you're watching live right now or you're watching it back. Hit the like button on the video, share it across all the socials as well, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. Vitally important you do that. Hit the notification bell as well. And it is road to 4K. So make sure you get us there expeditiously. The link for the Twitch is underneath in the description as well. That's Sarcasm City TV. So make sure you're following on the Twitch, because the YouTube and the Twitch, both on Sarcasm City TV, are both separate. Big up to Manny in the comments as well. They both are they both have separate content on there in it. So you won't get the same content on YouTube as you do on Twitch. But like I was saying, this is the Manchester United versus Manchester City preview. I'm not looking forward to this game at all. Actually, I think it'll be Ollie's last. So I am kind of looking forward to this game. As for Yan City, I'm not sure. Let's get her thoughts. Yan, what are you telling me? What's your thoughts on this game? Talk to me.
You know, I've already told you what's going to happen.
All right, go on, land. I'm going to let you land with your nonsense. Go on. I'm going to block it.
You know what's going to happen? City are not in great form. United are not in great form, but they tend to win when they're not in great form.
Okay.
We're going to see unfortunately, I hope I'm wrong, but I think we're going to see a bit of an Ollie masterclass. Because you know what he's like when he wants to save his job. He does the most madness. So I can see him stay until the end of the season.
I wouldn't call it a masterclass. I'm not saying all that. I wouldn't say all that. It's definitely not a masterclass. Like, I don't think he's ever put one of those together. However, why do you think that he's going to do the business?
No, because the way United play, it's like the sort of way that we struggle against the net. We're so better teams that actually play.
Elaborate on that, because you've said that multiple times.
So, like Crystal Palace, they have a good record against City recently because of how we play. Because a lot of our game is to basically walk it into the net, keep trying. So, if you're a defense that can kind of just block everything and catch us on the counter, you have a much better chance of beating us. So that's like, I'm not saying that it works every time because City are quality. So some days, if we try and walk it in and we score first, you know, we're in a much better position. But if Man United block everything that we try, run down the other end and score, it's harder for us at the moment to kind of come back and win. So I could see, as much as I do not want to see it, because obviously I love beating United, I can see you beating us, unfortunately. And it doesn't mean that you're the better team, because you don't have to be, you know what I mean? Like, Crystal Palace are not better than City. Even in that game, you know what I mean? Really, City should have done better with the chances that we had. So, yeah, I think it could be one of them games where, you know, you get 3 points. I do think in the long run, it will be another Tottenham situation where you might get the 3 points, but in the long run, it probably would benefit you more to get beat.
Well, it's not even no probable about it. Where's the probability coming in? It's not no probable. Like I said, I legit believe this is the last game. And when I say that out loud, it sounds wild. As I was saying, because I said I wasn't looking forward to this game, and then I had to check myself and be like, right, I legit believe it is his last game. But the thing is, you said what City struggle against is defending well. We don't defend well.
You don't.
I don't know if you've watched us. Like, we defend.
You don't. But you tend to do all right against City.
Yeah, that was old us. This us is the. I said this to you yesterday, I believe. This is the on the Q&A. I did say this to you. This is the worst Manchester United. This is the worst Manchester United side Pep would have played under Oli. This ain't the same as last year. This ain't the same as the year before. Like, we are awful.
In the games that he needs to win, he does win. Like, that's what a lot of City fans are saying, because City fans are kind of getting onto Pep because obviously, like, we hate Man United, innit? And it's like Pep just sees it as another game. Like, he's more up for the games against Klopp. Like, when he plays Liverpool, you can see that he's putting everything on the line to win. In a Manchester derby, I think that 0-0 draw was one of the worst derbies I've ever seen in my life.
It was awful. I fell asleep.
Because the thing is, like, City used to have an excuse where we weren't good enough. So sometimes we'd get beat by United and it was like, well, they've got this Champions League winning squad and we're quite poor in comparison. And then when we started getting better, you know, we were winning more derbies, do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. And even when we weren't good, we still had the odd days where we beat Man United. So, yeah, it was just one of them things. I think people don't feel like Pep goes into that game with the same desire to win as he does against Liverpool. And I do feel that myself, to be honest. I think Pep wants to win every game, don't get me wrong. But there's not that. You just don't. You can see how angry he is when he's losing to Liverpool.
Right.
He doesn't really have that same anger when it's Man United.
Does that bother you?
It's because Pep sees the big picture. Pep's looking at the Premier League. And when we lose to Liverpool, he's seeing it as, bloody hell, we could lose the league here. Whereas Man United, I don't think yet he sees you as that sort of title contender that we're going to come down to the end of the season with. And it's going to be, you know, 2 points in it or something like that.
Facts.
He doesn't see that. But the thing is, like, at the same time, he does want to win every game. That 0-0 really pissed me off because he didn't go for it. And it was really weird to me. So, yeah, I think City fans were getting onto him a little bit. And he kind of said, you know, but then some City fans were saying, to be fair, all the big games against Man United where we've absolutely had to win, he has won. He's lost one or two, don't get me wrong, in a title race.
Yeah.
But that's been mainly when the league is already won. It's a case of, okay, you know, we need 12 points from the next 25. So it's not like he's, you know, he's not going to win the league if he loses that derby. So I think he has pretty much done that. But, yeah, I think he needs to start winning derbies. I think the City fans need him to start winning derbies, you know what I mean? So we'll see what he does. But, yeah, I think this has got an Ollie job extension written all over it.
Yeah, that's what you're hoping for. That's what that is. You know
I mean, no, because I hope we win. We need to win if we want to challenge for the title this year.
I hear that. How you can see look past a Manchester City winning this game, I have no idea. It's not like we're going into this in good form. We're not going into this in good form whatsoever. We are not going into this in any sort of good form. Defensively, we're awful. Everyone said that about Liverpool.
One goes out the window.
Everybody said that about Liverpool. The exact same rhetoric, the exact same argument you're using now is what everybody said about Liverpool. Oh, it's a derby. Rivalry goes out the window.
You're really going to lose back
the biggest game. Say again?
You're really going to lose back to back to City and Chelsea.
We haven't had a clean sheet.
Liverpool, City, and Chelsea. I don't see it.
Why can't we? Why? Most teams would. Most teams in that room would lose.
Chelsea.
Yeah, and we'd lose to you. I don't understand where it comes from that we are going to lay a glove on you, look. Based off of what? I don't see it. Like, legit. I don't see where that comes from. And I said the same thing about
it's not based on any sort of logic, like you're better than us or something like that. It's just one of them things that happens.
It's not even a logic thing, because the thing is, we're not even a counter-attacking team anymore. We're not even that. We don't counter-attack at the speed we used to. Like, Ronaldo's quick, but he's not a Rashford or a Martial just in terms of pace. Dan James, who played very well against you lot in the game we won at the Etihad, he's not about no more. Varane's injured.
You know what? So Pogba and Martial are the guys, to be honest, that turn up.
Pogba's suspended. Martial won't play. Varane's out. So if he goes with the big dilemma, if we go with the back four against you, I said it already.
Your team will do well against us. So I think Jadon Sancho, not saying he's dead, but I'm just saying in terms of he hasn't done much this season, this is going to be his game to turn up.
You think he gets on the pitch?
Yeah.
With what? With 5 minutes to go?
He's found loads of money. This is great news.
See? Look, Jan, Richard. Now let's get through to some of the comments as well. Large up Manny in the building. It says, Yannicka, let's see that face. And he says, big up to Manny. He said he wants to see your face. Kind of Devil says, big up Flawless and Jan, big up to you. Ryan, no worries, man. Count your money. Big up, big bro, large up to Ryan. Manny says, nah, Ollie's here till the end of the season. Cheeky win against City. True say, Manny, you was the one singing 21 in 21 last season. So it's no surprise that you have that thought. Kind of Devil says, I think Ollie will scan a win. Please explain why you think he scans a win, Kind of Devil. Because you're very logical and very sensible. So let me know where it's coming from. Ryan says, City are winning this easily. Won't be 5-0 like we beat them because City are as clinical, but they'll still win comfortably. What way will United play? I have no idea, Ryan.
Do you know what? It just depends how the game goes. Because like last year, at home,
I'm lost. Go on.
No, away at Old Trafford, that was that boring 0-0.
Yeah.
Where no one looked up for it. They were hugging at the end.
No fans in it. Yeah, you could tell no fans was the factor.
It was just a dead game. I don't know what they were doing. I think both managers didn't want to lose, and that showed. It was just terrible. So yeah, that was a mess. And then the second game, to be fair to City, we conceded a penalty in the first minute. So even if, I think if that game goes differently, I'm not saying we would have 100% won, but I think we kind of gave the game away in the first couple of minutes. Do you know what I mean? Because once you give away a penalty, United can play a completely different way. You didn't have to come out. You didn't. Thanks. You were basically just counter-attacking us. Whereas if it was 0-0, you wouldn't have played exactly in that way. You would have probably come out a little bit and given us more space. So I think it just depends on how it goes. If we score first, I think we should win if we score first. But if we concede first, City, we're not always the best at coming back from behind. We're the opposite.
You ain't doggy style FC.
Behind, and we don't like going behind. So I think if we concede first, I can't see us winning that game. We might get a draw, but I don't see us winning it. So yeah, I think it just depends how the game goes. If we score first, say we get a goal in the first 5 minutes, and then we get a second goal in 10. Then it could be a Liverpool type result because City will just keep going for it,
It's going to be a Liverpool type result. This is Liverpool. Mark my words. This is Liverpool 2.0.
Regardless, I would think.
Yeah, this is Liverpool 2.0. I don't get where people are thinking we haven't had a clean sheet at home in the Premier League since March the 14th. Where do people think we win? We're on our worst run. We're bad anyway.
Right in the comments.
We're bad. We're bad everywhere, and we're worse at home. We are on our worst run in terms of clean sheets at home in our whole history, 142 years. You know what I'm saying? Quarter of Jan's life. This is what I'm talking about. It's crazy, people. I don't understand. Kind of Devil says United. Bear in mind, Varane's out, Lindelof's out. So if he plays a back three, if he goes with the back three, I don't. He's injured. He got injured before. He didn't play. That's why I didn't play against Atalanta. Maguire, Bailly, centre backs. So if he plays the back three, who's got Bailly, Maguire, he might play Luke Shaw, but I don't think he is because he won't play Tellers. So that means he'll go with the flat back four. So it'll be Shaw, Bailly, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka. You lot are going to walk through that. McFred will play in the middle because Pogba suspended. Bruno in the 10, Ronaldo up front, Rashford from the left, Greenwood from the right. There's no ball retention in our team in midfield. And our defense is woeful. This is Liverpool 2. People talking about, Leicester ain't clinical. Leicester are not in good form. We played them and they scored 4. And it could have been more. Atalanta, Villarreal bopped us off the park already. We've seen it. And neither of them are great sides. Everton did the same to us. West Ham, even though we lost, did the same to us. Who else did we draw against? Villa, who everyone's beaten now. Dean Smith's job is reportedly under fire. They've lost their last 4. In terms of form, their form is as bad as Norwich's. Yeah, we made them look good. So I don't understand where people think we are going to get a result here. Based off of what? Because everyone was saying the same thing against Liverpool and we got beat. We were 3-0 down inside 30 minutes. And the same is going to happen on Saturday. Please, Bobs, let me know where's this from? Let me know. I want to know what's going on. Big up Bowen from Jamaica. He says, flawless and your beautiful host. Big up to you every time. Large up to Nippin, who says, big up flawless and Yan Yan. Marshall says, big up Sarcasm City Nation and Ollie in. This guy also says, big up Yannicka.
No, big up.
Where else we at? Let's get to it. Abdallah says, Yan City is playing devil's advocate. Yeah, and I don't see.
You know what? Like, I'm actually not like what I want to happen is City to go there and absolutely pam United 10-0, and it'd be the biggest ever derby defeat. Man United are embarrassed. The players are playing at full time. That's what I want to happen. But you also have to be a bit realistic. And the thing is with City is we're not in the best form now. Like, we scored 4 goals last night, but it should have been a lot more than 4. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's every game, it's like...
Hear the sentence you just said. Hear how crazy that sentence is you just said. Yeah. We're not in the best form, but we scored 4 goals.
But that's the thing. Like,
that's nuts. And you think we got a chance? Hear what you just said. Like, wait. Let's just rewind, people, for everyone listening to what Yan City just said. We are not in the best form. We scored, but we still scored 4 goals. So imagine they are in top form. You don't need to be in good form to beat us. That's the thing. We are not in form. We're not a tough side to beat or play against.
If United were based in London, then I would 100% agree with you. But because it's a derby, there's a different kind of pressure on the game, innit? So
everyone said the same thing about Liverpool.
Fans, your fans are not going to allow your players, which I know this happened with Liverpool, right?
Exactly.
But your fans are going to be onto your players from the first minute, so they can't go out there.
They was on them about Liverpool and what happened.
Yeah, but they can't go and do it again though. It's not.
Why can't we do it again? We did it against Leicester. What's the difference?
I don't know.
Wait. We did it against Villarreal.
We did it being that bad.
We did it against Villarreal. We have been this bad though. We haven't been well. We haven't played well since the start of the season. This is what people don't realize. We have been this bad. The only difference is we hadn't played sides the quality of Liverpool and Leicester.
You're terrible and then you win. Whereas when we're we lose.
But that's more so to the lack of quality. We're like Liverpool. We haven't beat a good side this season. Name the good side that we've beat this season. Who's the best side United have beat this season in the Premier League?
Who you beat this season? I don't even know.
Leeds, Newcastle, Wolves, all teams in the bottom half. Who else? All in terrible form. Leeds and Newcastle are 2 of the worst in form. 2 of the teams with the worst form in the league. Wolves, when we played them, weren't good at that point. They hadn't won a game.
Yeah, to be fair, the Wolves you beat Wolves, I don't know. But this is what worries me. United were playing well and winning. I'd actually be more confident.
This is ridiculous.
But I just think that whole what you expect. Do you know what I mean? Like West Ham are decent, even though to be fair, like
West Ham will be the best team we beat.
Yeah,
it's West Ham.
Probably, yeah.
It's West Ham. And you know how we beat West Ham? Last minute winner from Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, I think late. That's what the thing is with City. Like, it just depends how the game goes. The longer it's 0-0, the worse it is for City.
It ain't gonna be 2-0. It ain't gonna be 0-0 for too long.
No. But I'm saying if it is 0-0, say it's 0-0 into the 75th minute.
If it's never, you know what? If it's 70, if it's wait, you want Cash App in it. If it's 0-0 in the 75th minute, I'm gonna send you some money.
Okay.
You're on Cash App in it. You got Cash App?
No, I don't. I need to. You can send me money in it because I'm broke out here.
You ain't broke. You just found money on the stream. You dickhead. What are you talking about?
I've got no money in my account.
Yeah, sure. As I was saying, anyway, if it's 0-0 in the 75th minute, I'm gonna send you some money. Just because 0-0 in the 75th minute. Yeah, I don't know what you drinking in it. I don't know what champagne you on in that big household of yours. I don't know what's going on. Manny says, the disrespect to Molly Outbeat. I remember you were singing 21 in 21 last year, Manny. We don't forget.
Manny. I need 21 where you were telling me that United were winning the league and City shit and all that crap.
Yeah, and then I was on a mother.
I did tell you.
Lewis says, Man United to win 7-0 and Ollie to smile in the press conference and say it was an optimistic performance. That's something he would do. It could be 7. It could be 7. I'm telling you right now, we could. People don't realize how bad we are and how good City are. We'll win 2-1 flawless just because Ollie's the luckiest guy ever. He's crazy if you think City are only scoring 1 goal against our defense. Yep. We only scored 4, she said, Notorious FAT. Shout out to the Sarcasm City fam, says Pyramid. Big up to you as well. Abdi says, people living off the last 2 seasons against City, but it's a completely different scenario. Even though we won, Spurs dominated us, and so did that the Atalanta. This is why I like Abdi, because it's facts. And before we continue, we got just under 50 of you lot watching. We don't even have 20 likes. Mods, please get everybody liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Get the likes up. Get the likes up on the video. Let's get the likes up because there's 50 of you lot now watching. So let's get the likes up. Ty Storm City says, agree with Jan 100%. We're not on form. Anything can happen. You don't have to be on form to beat us. Leicester weren't on form. Leicester and still not on form.
Different. Like everyone thinks Man United are a joke, but City
are a joke.
Like they're a good team.
All right. Okay. You said when you legit said. You said,
the thing is, like, I can guarantee if City go 2-0 up within 10 minutes, right? If that's like a Norwich, we're pamming them. If that's Man United, we'll probably end like 2-1. It's like if City get into a position like Liverpool where it's bloody 4-0 at half time, I want to see 8-0. I don't want to see one more goal in the second. No, they have to. If City actually go into a position like that, they need to end the game. Like none of this narrowly winning. Like if we can, we need to pam them. But I can't see it. I think it's going to be one of them games where we concede from some dumb mistake or some bad pass or something like that, and Man United just run onto it, and then it's 1-0.
You are the most pessimistic City fan I've ever met in my life.
Walk it in. And like the thing is, on form, City are, for me, easily the best team in the league. I don't care what anyone else says. When City turn up and they are ready to play, we can beat anyone. But the thing is, right now, we're not really getting that City. Like, if you watch City, you'll know what I mean. Like, people were actually annoyed after last night because 4-1 kind of sounded a lot better. And don't get me wrong, I thought we played really well. The second half was definitely worthy of the result. Don't get me wrong. But that first half, we were just trying to do the same thing, and it was just not working. And if we try that against Man United, we're in for a long after. I can tell you that. We keep trying that. We need to actually go there and be clinical. Because I don't think we're gonna get chances, don't get me wrong, but we need to be clinical. Because if we don't take a chance on the other end, whichever United player gets in a position is taking the chance.
You know why you don't need to be clinical? Because you're going to create so many chances against us. You know who's conceded? You know we've conceded. We're the third worst in terms of conceding big chances in the league. You know that. I think it's Norwich and Newcastle.
Have you seen how your boy Pogba has got 7 assists? Yeah. And Grealish has created a lot more and has 1 assist.
I hear that. No. I hear that. What I'm saying is, you don't need to be you know why you don't need to be clinical against us? Because you're going to create so many chances.
That's why. If
we had a good defense,
but I honestly, I might give you some money if we win.
If we had, say that again.
I said I might give you some money if we win.
That's been recorded. That's happening. Cool. You might as well just send me the money now, innit? I'm on Cash App. Send me my P's now, innit? You know what I'm saying? Run me my money and run me my P's. As I was saying, the reason why City don't need to be clinical against us is because you're going to create a whole load of chances anyway. If we were strong defensively, cool. Even with Varane, we'd struggle. There's no Varane now, which means he's going to go to a back 4. Because there's no Varane, there's no Lindelof. If we had a back 3, that might stem it. But he's going to play a back 4. And Maguire's in bad form as it is. Bailly's there. Yes, Bailly played well. Wan-Bissaka and Shaw's been very poor. Wan-Bissaka's been okay. Yeah. That has been good this season despite his mistake in the last game. McFred in midfield, you're going to bop it around. Ronaldo's going to be frustrated. Bruno's not going to get much of the ball. Greenwood might score. You know what I'm saying? Rashford might score. That's it. That's legit it. Like, you're going to walk through us in that. VJ says, yo, Flawless, don't exclude Ollie's Juju. Whenever his job on the line, he escapes with a draw and narrow win. All right, but just make sure, because the next Mandem United is Tuesday, people. So
do you know what? One thing I would say is because I sound a bit negative about my team, who are fantastic, by the way. But yeah, the thing is, the one good thing is at Old Trafford, we have a better record than we do at Etihad.
Phenomenal record.
So I think it's one of them where if we are going to get 3 points from Man United this season, it is probably going to be this weekend. That being said, I just think United is jammy as hell. Like, this is not a team where they're going to absolutely outplay City and, go on and, one of them performances where you come out saying, fair play, they were way better than us. That's not going to happen. Like, it's going to be, bloody hell, that stupid decision that someone makes, or that stupid mistake that someone makes led to us getting beat. Like, it's going to be probably more on the City players than the United players if you do beat us, which is what worries me. But I think, like, who is the better team? Man City, for sure. Like, I'm not saying that City aren't better. I'm not saying we're not going to play better. We're going to have more possession. We're going to have more shots. We're going to have more shots on target, regardless of the result. We will. But, it's just being clinical, and City at the moment are not too, like, it depends who Pep plays as well, because really I've got a feeling he's going to start Grealish, and as much as I like Grealish, he's just trying the same thing over and over and over again, and it's not working. So he needs to change it up. Take Grealish out. Bring Sterling back in, because the thing is with Sterling is Sterling, as much as on the right, he's better than he is on the left, for starters. And secondly, like, the runs that he makes alone, are great. And it causes defenses a lot of problems. Whereas with Grealish, the runs that he makes are very predictable. So he runs straight down the byline. And he waits, and then he cuts back to Cancelo. So for a defender like a Wan-Bissaka or whoever's on that side, all he's going to have to do is just wait, hold Grealish off, and then get someone else to kind of stay with Cancelo and try and intercept. So it's one of them things. It's quite predictable. I feel like I could beat Man City at the moment if they continue to play the way they play.
All right, let's say that. Let me get to this comment. Nippin says, flawless, you guys will win the Manchester derby. Ollie wins, get a few more games in charge, and then he'll get sacked after Havertz ends his career. Havertz ain't ending no career apart from his own. You know what I'm saying? Shout Havertz. However, we're not winning the Manchester derby. Big up the best channel around. Smash the like button, subscribe, and become a member. I hear one like on the channel gets you a ticket to the City game. Ty says here, yes, but bro, United play Russian roulette. It could be a lucky day for you unless we focus more. Where's this lucky day coming from?
I agree.
Yes, is that your burner account? That's your burner account, isn't it?
You know what it is? It's just
pessimistic City fans.
Like I say, if City go out there and they just play the way they play normally, not recently, then we can do it. But it's just ridiculous. Yeah, you sounding ridiculous. We will, of course. Like,
I'm on Cash App. Run me. Hey, make sure you download the Cash App now in it while this show's on, because I'm on Cash App already. So run me my peas right now in it.
What
you know what I'm saying?
What happens if you win?
I told you I'll run you some peas. Did I not say that? I said it first. Yeah,
okay, I'll send you my bank details from now.
Yeah, it's not just Cash App in it. Just download the Cash App, and it just makes it easier. It's just an app. Download it. Hence why it's Cash App. It's an app where you send cash. City will probably have.
There's no point in me downloading an app for no reason. So let me know if anyone wants to send me money, and then I'll download it.
I'm saying no, it's for you to send me money. Get me when you lot win, it. That's what it's for. City will probably have 90% possession. We're the worst team in the league at keeping the ball, and they're the best, pretty much. Kind of devil. These lot don't know in it. You know what I'm saying? In that, these lot don't know. Eddie says, when was the last time Pep lost back-to-back league games? Relax with the modesty, Jan. When is the last time he lost back-to-back league games? It's first season.
Don't know.
See, that's how long it was.
Last season we weren't great. Last season, I'm sure we lost to like Leicester and then lost.
But did you lose back-to-back though? Let us know in the chat. Hey,
we did lose quite a few though, because we'd lost like our first like 7 games or something. We lost like 4 or I don't know. The first 10 we lost like 4. It was quite a lot, because remember, people were saying City are never going to win the league.
Oh, is that when you went? Wait, you went on that 21 game and being one, innit?
Last year, yeah. Then we went on 21. Then we got Ruben Diaz and decided to turn up. The thing is, City, like I don't worry about City long term, because a lot of people are talking about like the league, because Pep came out with a comment like he does, saying that Bruges was the more important game, right? And a lot of people like were getting offended because they were saying it's not bigger than United, right? Which, yeah, obviously in terms of from a fan's point of view, obviously we're going to be more wanting to win the Man United game. But if you think about it logically, like Bruges are on 5. Well, let me see. Let me double check. I don't want to get the wrong information. 1 minute. But Bruges, like when it started off yesterday, we weren't in the best position in our group, innit? So you can't just assume that we're going to go and 1 minute. I pressed the wrong thing. Okay, so before the start of yesterday, we had 6 points in our group. PSG had 7. Bruges had 4. And Leipzig had 0 in it. So if we'd have lost to Bruges, Bruges would go on 7. Man City would have been on 6. And PSG, had they won, would have gone on 10. Yeah? So it's like, if we lost last night and PSG won, we would have been 3rd in the group going into the PSG game. So that means if PSG beat us and Bruges went and beat Leipzig, Bruges would then be in 2nd place and City would remain in 3rd going into the last game against Leipzig, which wouldn't have put us in a good position because Leipzig, if they had 0 points, they're likely to not get any because it's the last game. They can't qualify anyway, blah, blah, blah. And then Bruges will go into
you won
against PSG. No, so I'm saying we had to win last night against Bruges.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't, we put ourselves in a position where we could very easily go into the Europa League. So we had to win that. So on paper, is it more important to win a game where you're pretty much putting yourself in we should get out of our group basically? 100%. Or do you focus on a game where there's 27 more games to put things right if you mess up? Do you know what I mean? Because Chelsea at the moment are 5 points ahead of us. So unless they go the rest of the season unbeaten and no one takes a single point off them, if we beat Chelsea at home, then that takes that down. Just say we match the same record, that would take that down to 2 points. Do you know what I mean? So it's in terms of the league, like if we don't win the league, it's on us. It's always going to be on us. Do you know what I mean? So it's like we have a bit longer to kind of rectify and hope that maybe like a Liverpool take points off Chelsea or a Man United or someone else. So I think what he was saying was right. But then he did say after that he actually is, every game is as important as the other. But yeah, it's just one of them. I think you've got to think the league, can you afford to lose too many games? I don't think so. I think this season, the amount of games, I think you need to really limit it to 3-4 max. I don't think you can be losing 6, 7, 8 games and winning the league this season. I don't think it's going to be one of them seasons. So I think with City, we can't really afford to lose to Man United either, if we're being honest.
Of course not. You don't want to lose to anyone because you're in a title. You're in a genuine title race, and it's close between you. If it's close between you and Chelsea,
not lose any more points. But then that being said, would I rather lose and then go on a big winning streak, or draw 4 games in a row? I'd rather lose and then go on a winning streak because draws are what kill you in a title race. That's what killed United last season. It wasn't the losses; it was the draws. Yeah, because you draw so much.
And our manager
draws is the same as 1 loss, 2 losses and a win. Sorry, so it's I think sometimes you've got to, as long as we stay with Chelsea and Liverpool, we're still in the title. But once we let a 7-8 point gap come in, I just think it probably would rule us out this season, to be honest.
I think it's going to go close. Like I said, you lot have impressed me. Yeah. City have been better than I expected, but Chelsea have been better than I expected, and even Liverpool. But it's between you and Chelsea. I've said that. Alpha Music says, these City fans haven't watched United games flawless. Let them know how United have conceded 12 goals in October alone and only scored 8. You don't realize how bad. You don't have no idea how bad we really are. Yeah. The fact that you think we can get United
have been bad for years though, and when
no, this is worse though. No, this is the worst we've been on the Ollie. This is the worst we've been. Easily, this is the worst we've been.
You've got Cristiano Ronaldo to save today. He's Ollie in. If you think you're Ollie out.
No. He's Ronaldo. No. He's Ronaldo, and he just wants to score goals. He scored goals on his son's kids team. He just wants to score goals. That's his Ronaldo. That's his Ronaldo. What United players would get in City's 11? Ronaldo and Greenwood, probably. That's it. That's it. It's Ronaldo, Greenwood. That's it. They're the only 2 to me.
Who's the other one? Ronaldo,
Greenwood. That's it. They're the only 2.
I like Greenwood.
Well, they're the 2 that get in. Goalkeeper, mid defense, no. Midfield, no, because Pogba's out. So Pogba's don't want to be here. Yeah, so I'd say, yeah.
What time
Agree
is
with
it?
Ronaldo. It is 1:45. Yeah. Alpha says that.
Pogba don't get in that squad. Even though in City he'd be better.
Yeah, he just don't want to be here. I'm saying I'm going off what he's done, how he's been playing so far. I don't want to be here. The only thing the Ollie Judge is going to do is keep him from losing his job. It won't save him from a City ass whooping. No, yeah, we're going to get smoked. It's going to be City 2.0. MN says, big up Flawless and Yan in the chat. Hope everyone is good. Big up to you, MN, as well. Let me get through to some of these comments.
The Gabby test.
That's what it is. He was shook to death.
Smoke again, man.
Shook to death. Big up Kind of Devil. One Rovers Vlogs, who says, big up Flawless and Yan Kit City. Keep smashing the content. Best duo out there. I agree. Big up. I appreciate that.
I don't have a Pogba agenda. Who has Pogba outperformed in City squad, really?
Well, he's not been good this season.
Seriously.
When the surface says, is there a counter? In terms of talent's different, but if we're talking right now, then no. I can clearly see Pogba don't want to be in our assaults. Man got sent off and walked off the pitch smiling. He Ollie out. He had enough. Is there a counter of how many times Yan will say she's worried about side against United? You have no problems with Man U. Yan,
I hate trash. I hate that.
Yeah, no, you do. But we trash. This is the worst we've been. Big up Gary 99.
If we could play Liverpool 4 times to avoid Man United, I'd do it. I'd take it.
We've been bad for years, but we are full of players who think they're better than they are. Sean Maguire and the manager who does passion and mix shit. But hey, Manny, you were singing 21 and 21 last season.
I know, you were saying Ollie's going to do it.
Yeah, you were singing 21 and 21 last season. Was it? Yeah, it was last season. Guy was gas singing up on streams and that. But yeah, like I said, I don't see how people see United getting any form of good result. If we only lose 2-0, that's a fantastic result for United because this has Liverpool 2.0 written all over it because of how bad we are and how good City are going forward. We're going to get washed. We could be easily 10 minutes in, 2-0 down.
We've been starting for City every single game anyway.
Yeah, De Bruyne has been poor this season.
That team that started last night is probably the team I'd go with, but I would swap Grealish.
What was the team? Go on, actually, yeah, run through it. Go on. What's your team? What team would you want to play? Go on.
Bernardo Silva's been one of our best players. We had Rodri as DM.
Go from the goalkeeper forward.
We had Gundogan, who's been good this season.
Go from the goalkeeper forward. I don't know the 11.
So we played obviously Edison. Played Kyle Walker on the right. João Cancelo on the left. Centre backs last night, which obviously would be different for me, was Laporte and Stones, but I'd probably go. Well, it's got to be Diaz and Stones because Laporte's been sent off. So yeah, so it'll be Diaz and Stones. And then we had Rodri as DM. We had Bernardo Silva in the midfield. With Phil Foden was a false 9, I think.
Wait, who was in the midfield? Rodri and who?
Gundogan.
Yeah, I knew. Was it what? Rodri, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, we had Grealish out wide, Foden in the middle. And Mahrez started.
Okay.
On the other side.
So do you think that's the team he goes with?
I think that's it. I think he might bring Sterling back in for Grealish. Hopefully. Hope so. I don't know.
And MN says, I don't think they'll smash you like Liverpool. The Salah factor makes a huge difference. Salah were even great against us. It's not like Salah scored a worldie. It's not like Salah scored a worldie. People don't realize how bad we are. Like, people really have no idea how bad we are. Salah did not play exceptional against us. Yes, they won 5-0, but it's not like he scored a worldie goal like he did against Watford or a worldie of a goal that he scored against City. And who were Leicester's worldies and they put 4 past us. Villarreal, when they came to OT, should have been 3-4-0 up. They should have scored 3 or 4 goals. Atalanta were 2-0 up and had chances. So you think one of the best teams in the country and one of the best teams in Europe can't do that to us? It's crazy to me. I really don't understand the logic. I really don't. What's the Pogba agenda, Ryan? I don't know what we say. He's just been in poor form. And that's me saying that as a massive Pogba fan.
He thinks that if I say that he's not been good, that I've got an agenda. Nobody said that De Bruyne has been good this season. De Bruyne has
been awful. He's been poor. And apart
I'm not going to sit here and say, because talent-wise, he's one of the best players in the league. That means that he's still one of. No, he's not been playing like that. Bernardo Silva has been clear of both this season. So if you're asking me who I'd have in my starting 11 now, between Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, and Pogba, I ain't picking Pogba. It's not even a De Bruyne or Pogba situation. I'm not even picking De Bruyne right now.
I'm not picking either of them.
I'd pick De Bruyne overall in terms of what he has been doing, but right now, I won't pick De Bruyne. Like, De Bruyne only starts in our team because we have so many midfielders that we can afford to kind of play him on the off chance that he has, you know, a good pass. Because he's still that player deep down. So his passing's not been great, but he will still get the odd goal or assist. Do you know what I mean? Just because of how good he is. But he's not. Yeah, he's not. I don't know if he'll start against United. He has got.
I'm not having either of them. United, but on form, I'm not having either of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pogba's form recently has been terrible. I can't tell you the last time he had a good game. And this is coming from someone who's a massive Pogba fan and he's my favorite player at the club. But I can't tell you that. I don't know. I don't put that all on him. And De Bruyne has not been good. I put them both in. Neither of them would make, if we did a combined 11 of form, but we couldn't put Pogba in anyway because he's suspended. But even if he was, I'm not playing either of them. I'm not playing either of them.
Though?
Go on.
He's been doing a Marcus Rashford and playing injured for ages. So now it's just hit him at once. And he's 30. He's not going to recover as quickly as he did before. So he needs to relax himself, get properly fit, and then come back. Because City keep rushing him back. And I don't know why. We don't need to rush him back.
Yeah. I hear that.
He's got a facial injury as well, which doesn't help. Because you know how bad it is when you've got toothache and you're trying to do something you can't think. He's got a whole facial injury where he can't move it. So for me, he just needs to recover fully and then come back. If I'm being honest, but yeah.
Mohammed said Sterling struggles against Wan-Bissaka.
Making excuses, Ryan. You're making excuses for Pogba, pretending that he's been better than anyone else. He hasn't.
He hasn't been good this season. Like I said, he was good in
the
early part.
He hasn't been better than Gundogan this season either.
Sterling struggles against Wan-Bissaka. Yeah, but I don't think Sterling will play. I agree with this. This is facts, but Sterling won't play. I don't see Sterling playing in this game. And I think Pep's smart enough not to put him against him. I don't think he'll struggle. He'll be fine. They're going to walk through us. You know what I'm saying? They're going to walk through us. Like 100% they're going to walk through us. Big up to Jody in the cut says, no Kevin slander allowed. Man's a joke. He's not been good this season. Smooth Maker says, who would you wish was in your United team from City Flawless? Who would you want on City from United? I can answer for Jan. She already said she'd take Greenwood.
I'd take Greenwood, as well. But that's it.
Greenwood and Ronaldo. For me, the manager, and give me like 9 out of the 11, and then we good. Tired of this shit. I would keep Pogba, though. I ain't gonna lie, people. I would keep Pogba. 100%. I would keep him.
Yeah, I'd keep him.
Yeah, like he gets into it. Like that's just me saying if we're just talking on form, people like Pogba, but I don't put that all on him. Is Pogba to blame, of course, because his performances recently haven't been good enough. However, whose performances for Manchester United have been good recently? Nobody plays well for us. Nobody consistently plays well. Even Ronaldo, who's probably been our most impactful player outside of his goals, hasn't played well. But again, that's not on Ronaldo. I'm saying we are not set up for you to play well. We don't set up to play well. None of our players in form. Like Bailly came in the air, he played well. Ronaldo's had his moments. Greenwood's had his moments. Pogba had his moments towards the start of the season. Same with Bruno. But we're not set up for you to play well game after game after game after game. There's no play. You're out there by yourself. And that's why our more talented players get criticized. And Ronaldo, like I said, in Ronaldo's entire career, never has his pressing stats or him not pressing been an issue. He comes to Manchester United now, this is a problem.
Don't do well. Same with Yaya Toure. When Yaya Toure used to...
What's this got to do with anything?
When we didn't win, they'd be talking about him walking around. But, like, in general, he would do that. But then he would get the ball on the halfway line, run through the whole team and score, and then win us the game on a different day. So when it worked, it was great. Look how good he is. But most of the time, it was, why is he walking? Why is he not? Blah, blah, blah. So it's just the way.
Yeah, never is that been a conversation for Ronaldo.
United fans are split. It's the same with Chelsea. Like a lot of Chelsea fans are saying, why do people have an agenda against Mount? It's because half of your own fan base don't like him. So it's very hard to push this player is our best player when half of your fan base disagree with it. You know what I mean? And it's the same with Pogba. It's the same with Mason Mount. Jorginho a little bit as well. And then you've got a City that's like Mahrez and Sterling. Like, I could argue that Mahrez is brilliant, but then people will be telling me, well, City fans don't rate him. And half of our fan base don't really like him. So it's quite hard. It's quite hard to kind of like push that your player's one of the best when your own fans don't see it. And they're the people that watch him week in, week out. Like, I watch Man United quite a lot because of obviously streaming and stuff like that. But I don't watch them in the same way that you would watch them. It's completely different when you don't support that team.
CR7 came and took all of United's form. Everyone was good before you got him, says Jody. Nah, we wasn't Jody. We weren't good before we got him. That's a myth. We had moments. That's what our players do. They play in moments. But was anybody consistently good? Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bruno gets a lot of hype because he gets goals and assists. But now you'll see his goals and assists dry up. I think he's not scored in 4 games. Yes, he got the assist, which was very good. The team goal against Atalanta was cold. You know what I'm saying? That goal was very, very good. But that's few and far between. But again, that's just individual players linking up. That's Greenwood with a great pass into Bruno. Bruno with the awareness to lay that back to Ronaldo. And then it's Ronaldo always going to score from that range. But they're few and far between. That goal is not often. Last time he scored a goal against that, like that, I think was Newcastle, which was some point last season. So this is my point, is like, it's not just on Ronaldo. All of our players suffer hefty from it. Oli tax is the heftiest tax. I say it all the time. All our players suffer from it. Nobody is exempt from it. Nobody can survive it. Even Cristiano Ronaldo, who is the greatest goal scorer probably of all time. Go on.
Certain players play better under certain managers, though, in general. Because when you get rid of Oli and you get a different manager, you will see certain players will be better than others. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, we seen it with Chelsea.
Yeah.
We seen it legit with Chelsea.
Get worse.
Our players got better 100%. Everyone was doubting Kante, doubting Jorginho, Christensen and Rudiger are not.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Thiago Silva's too old.
Kante was in poor form, so one him out is mad, you know.
Aspilicueta's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? And Aspilicueta, the goalkeeper's not good enough. And look what happened. Man went there and turned him into champions of Europe. You gotta give him prop. That's the importance of a good manager. Do the players need to be of a certain level? Absolutely. They have to have talent. You can't give any world-class manager dead players and he's going to make it work. But what a better manager does is gets the most out of what he has. So whether that's world-class players, top-class players, very good players, average, below average, a world-class manager or a quality manager can turn an average player into a good player. He can turn a below-average player into an average player. He can up the levels.
Yeah.
Like, nobody was talking about these Chelsea players in the manner in which they were. All of a sudden, Chelsea are have the best defense in Europe.
Oh yeah, best everyone.
They're not the best individually, but defensively, are they the best team in Europe? Absolutely. But they're not the best defensively.
No.
Individually, I'm talking about people. Are they the best? Absolutely not. When Lampard was there, no one taking them players. No one was taking Jorginho.
They didn't even
taking Kante. Yeah. Christensen,
that's why like Rudiger and that lot are coming to the end of their contract, because
facts.
When you've got a player that is key in your team, you don't let them get to the end of the contract.
Yep.
Sometimes it happens. Don't get me wrong, with younger players and stuff, because we've got McAtee. I don't know if you watch any under 23 kind of football, but there's a player called McAtee, James McAtee, in City's youth team, and he is just like, he scored something like 10 goals in 13. He's got 3 hat tricks this season, 1 against Man United. He's really, really, really good. And now everyone wants him. It's another Jadon Sancho where everyone wants him. Man United want him. Liverpool want him. There's quite a few teams, and I think he's got 18 months left. But obviously, he's going to want assurances that he's going to start in the first team. And I don't know whether City are going to say, yeah, okay, like Cole Palmer, because he's getting his chance now. I don't know if it's going to be like that, or whether it's going to be a case of another Sancho where it's like, actually, no, you're not ready, blah, blah, blah. But I think, based on what he's doing at the moment, he should get a chance. So I hope that we kind of give him what he wants. Not what he wants, but, reasonable, contract so he stays, because we can't really be letting players like that go. But yeah, he's gonna want to play in the first team, because what he's doing is a bit mad. I do feel sorry for Delap, because Delap got promoted to the first team. He would have been playing now, because obviously we've got injuries. So he would have been playing, and he's injured yet again. So every time you think, oh, he might come back, he's injured again. So I feel a bit sorry for him because he's missed quite a lot of games. He definitely would have played against West Ham and all that. And, you know, he's just not got that chance. So I do feel a bit sorry for him, but it is what it is. So we'll see. I think we're going to have to, like, just see what happens. He's not about to leave. He's got 18 months left. So City need to tie him up. Otherwise, he will be allowed to leave. So, yeah, that's what happened with Pogba. Pogba left because, well, he left on a free.
Yep, because we stupidly, they get me, was stupid with his deal.
He's going to leave on a free again unless you get a deal.
Nah, he's gone. If Ollie's still in charge, then he's gone. He'll stay. You notice how Conte has reportedly, well, not even reportedly, Conte's gone to Spurs, and all of a sudden you hear reports about Kane wants to stay. He's doing a U-turn. That's simply because of the manager. That's the importance of a manager. He's seen Conte come in and go, you know what? We can actually do something with this guy.
Yeah.
He has faith. He has faith. Can you hear that? Can you hear the heater?
No, I could hear it like switch on.
All right, cool. Sorry. It's a bit hella chilly and I can't be asking to turn on the heat, so let me just run this here and let us know in the chat, people, if you can hear the heat. I might turn it off. Shakeem says the 4th goal against Newcastle this season, the Lingard goal, flawless. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. That was a banging one. See what I'm saying? Second game of the season, third game of the season, we're now going into game week 11. Like, they're few and far between, or 8 weeks in between. It's 2 months of football. It's ridiculous. Eddie says, LOL, I appreciate Jan having more faith in my club than I do. Positivity is always helpful, LOL. Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
I don't have faith in United. I just know it's just one of them. It's just one of them. And I would never be overconfident because, I don't know, like, if you were, like, really good, I'd be like, you know what? We might have a good chance. Like, we played, the thing is, this season, like, in the big games, as much as City's form is great, in the big games, we have played really well because we played well against Liverpool. We played well against Chelsea. We played well against PSG. We didn't win all of them games. And that all happened in 1 week, but we were the better team in all of them, I'd say. So, yeah, I think if we turn up like that, we should be fine. But it's just the other games where maybe there's a little bit of arrogance involved. Maybe we thought we'd go and beat Crystal Palace. I don't know. And then Southampton as well. Them games where we really should have been getting... We should have got 6 points from both of them, if we're being honest. We didn't get that. So it just worries me a little bit. These games where it's nailed on that City should get the points is where we've been struggling a little bit more. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Jeremiah, I don't think 5-0. The only way I see 5-0 is if City score 2 early goals. So if we go in there and get like a first-minute goal or in the first 5 minutes, if we score and then we get another one in like 10, 15 minutes, then it could be a 5-0. But I think it's going to be more cagey than that. I see it being a bit more end-to-end. Not end-to-end as in you're playing really well. I mean, like, we attack, block, and then you run down the other end on a counter-attack. I can see it being a bit like that. So, yeah, I think you'll definitely score, even if we do win. So it won't be a 5-0. We tend to always concede anyway. Even last night, I know a lot of people probably didn't watch the game, but we actually scored all 5 goals last night. Their goal was a Bernardo assist and a John Stones goal from us, which says it all. So yeah, it's just I can't see us keeping a clean sheet. We have had a few clean sheets at Old Trafford when we have won there, but it's been like 1-0, maybe like 2-0, I think. It might have been, not last year, the season before, or last season in the Cup, I think it might have been. So, yeah, I can't see it. But I don't know. We'll just have to see. But everyone that says, like, Ollie's record against Pep is, like, really, really good. It's actually, they've got 4 wins each, and there's a few draws. So it's not actually as bad as people make out. And the thing is, 2 of them wins from Ollie, I believe, are in the cup when we've already sort of gone through 1 or 2 of them. So yeah, it's not as bad as it seems, but we'll just have to see what happens. I can't see it being a big. Yeah, it's definitely going to be that. It's going to be attack versus defense. United tried to hit on the break. Yeah, it is. Of course, it's going to be like that. It's going to be like. It's going to be like one of them games where it's just like. It's just going to be stressful, to be honest. I'm not looking forward to it at all. But yeah, cream pie, whatever your name is. You're just like completely deluded if you think any billionaire is holier than thou. Do you know what I mean? You don't become a billionaire by being holier than thou. It's just the way it is. And yeah, it's just not really a thing. So yeah, it's what it is. But Ryan, just because you don't know what happens at City doesn't mean you should just make things up for the sake of making things up. If you're talking about the empty seats above the away end, there was also some at Atletico, so it is what it is. But either way, the Etihad has more fans in it than Anfield, week in, week out, regardless of whether it's bigger or not. It's just the facts. So yeah. Now that's what his name is. So I'm just saying it is what it is. And yeah, Z, like, there's a lot of clubs that have less fans than City. So it is what it is. And the empty seats at the Etihad were also in the away end, from what I've seen. But it is what it is. Whatever agenda you want to put together, you can go with that. But yeah, if you've had a higher attendance than Man City ever, if you've ever beaten our highest ever attendance, which I can tell you right now, none of you have, then you can chat shit about fans. But until then, keep it zipped. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, are you back now?
Yep. I'm back. My niece just rang me in it. That's why I cut off. Yeah, that's all. It's only one of the. Come on, I ain't answering the phone to many other people. You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah says, Man United have officially broken me. I'm done. I hear you, man, Jeremiah. You going through the original pain in it because you just new to the Ollie out thing. It's okay, man. I'm here for you, brother. It's all right, man. I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
And yeah, right. So what you're saying is they have more fans than you. But it's because they have a bigger stadium. It still means they've got more fans than you. So it is what it is, isn't it?
I can see City beating us 5-0. I don't want to see that. Yo, he's going to be gone. When they smash us 5-0, he's going, man. I'm telling you.
What would you do if we smash you, yeah? And then, because remember, they're giving him 3 games. Is that the City game or is it including Chelsea?
No, the City game, because we don't play Chelsea next. We got Watford.
But technically, right, if you win 2 out of 3, you shouldn't be going nowhere.
You didn't win 2 out of 3. We drew.
Oh, shit, you drew, didn't you? Against
yeah, we drew.
If he wins 1, draws 1, and loses 1, that's not that bad. You can keep him for another month or 2.
All right, okay. Jeremiah says, I can see City beating us 5-0. I don't want to see that. That's what it's going to take for him to go, man. Yeah, you can't get beat in the space of 2 weeks, 5-0 by your 2 biggest rivals and keep your job at home. And it's going to be 5.
You know what Pep's going to do? So one of the comments just said Pep will want to keep Solskjaer in the job.
Oh, big ups the head, man.
You know what he'll do? He'll probably draw or something, and then Pep will be like, Ollie is such a good manager, blah blah blah, and it'll stay.
He says the same. He says the same about what's it called? He says the same about Artel. You just out here trolling. Right, Jan, did you really say what Alpha Music said? Are you wilding? I leave you when you say some wild-ish like that.
What?
The comment at 604. Did you say that?
No, I read the thing.
What thing?
That's his name.
Whose name was that?
Some guy.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. All right, just call him Lars, innit? You know what I'm saying? Just call him Lars. That's wild.
Why? It's like it's a type of.
You know what? You know what that is. Food. You know what that is? Nah, it's not. It is a type of food, and it's also something else. You know what else that is, isn't it?
Nah.
Oh yeah, don't say it, innit? I'll tell you afterwards.
I'm innocent. I don't know what it's about.
Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? Jan and flawless West Indies lost officially out of the World Cup. We out of the World Cup. Mad.
They're actually trash.
Was it that bad? I've not watched any of it.
I haven't watched that. They were trash right now.
They were that bad. Wow.
Yeah, they weren't great. They got beat by bloody Pakistan. Says it all.
Wow. Bruno rescued. If you get beat by Pakistan, you really are Trinity Dash. Bruno rescued him last year, and Ronaldo is rescuing him this year. Our misery is continuing. I hear that's ahead. However, yo, he's gone in this international break. He's gone in this international break. I
don't think he is, babes. I think you need to remind yourself to the fact that he might be staying a bit longer.
I think you need to remind yourself you don't need this negativity, darling. That's what you need to remember.
Babe.
Okay, cupcake. You friggin' idiot. People, make sure you keep peppering the like button. Subscribe if you're new as well for my guy Flawless. Pick up to Abdallah. Please make sure you hit the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel. How many likes are we on as well? We are just under 50. We're at 47, so get that up to 50. I said big up Abdallah North Sudan King. Big up to Abdallah in the cut. But yeah, how you see us getting a result, I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea how you see us getting a result. Okay, let me ask you this, Yan City. What lineup would you go with? So you're the manager. What lineup would you go with? What lineup do you want to see Pep go with? Formation 1 to 11.
Oh God. Okay, so I'd say Edison. We always play the same way. It's always going to be the same formation, so there's no point. It's always going to be a 4-3-3. I would say Edison in net. Definitely got to be João Cancelo. Even though Zinchenko in big games is normally good, but he's not really on form because he's been out. So I'd probably still go with Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker's form's been okay, not great. But yeah, he's another one that in big games he can really turn up. So yeah, Kyle Walker, João Cancelo on the left, Diaz and Stones. It has to be. There's no other real options apart from Aki.
Was Laporte injured?
Not gonna have. No, he got a red card.
Oh yeah, crap! He got sent off. Yeah. So you're back. So you got Edison in goal, Kyle Walker, Cancelo, Stones, and Diaz. Cool.
And then DM, you have to go with Rodri. Rodri's really good. Even though Fernandinho does play well in them sort of games, he's not quite the same Fernandinho. So definitely go with Rodri. Bernardo, definitely. He's probably first on the team sheet, if I'm being honest. Definitely him. Then it depends what he's going to do. I think he should probably go with a similar formation to Bruges, but I know what Pep's like. He'll change it up.
No, I'm asking you what you would like, though. Not what Pep you think Pep's going to do. What would you go with?
I would go with... I'm just trying to think now. I would go with... I'd probably... I don't know. It's difficult. Okay, right now, based on form, the midfield would be Rodri, Gundogan, and Bernardo. And then out on the left... I feel like I might go with Gabby, you know.
You play Gabby from the left. Not Sterling, not Grealish. Not Foden.
Foden's better on the left, but I think he's going to... I think I'd go... Foden is better on the left. Okay, let me go with Foden on the left. Mahrez on the right. I'd definitely go with Mahrez on the right. And then up front. It's just who goes up front then. Because I don't think Gabby is a striker. That's my problem. Gabby's better out wide. So then you'd probably have to go with... see, that's the problem that we got because we've got no Ferran Torres. So you have to go Foden up front. Or Sterling. But I don't think Sterling is quite informed.
So who are you playing from the left? You've confused me now. Who's playing from the left?
What I'm saying is Foden is our best from the left, right? Our best option from the left. But the problem is, because Ferran Torres is out, we have to go with a false 9. And the false 9s that are being used is either Sterling, who he did score last night, but he's not at the races, really. So is Sterling, it's going to be Gabby, who for me is not always the best up front. What's his face? De Bruyne, who's not been playing well. And Ferran Torres, who's not there. So it's always going to be one of them four. So I'd say out of all of them, Foden is probably the most clinical at the moment. So I'd have to go with Foden. I'd probably put Sterling out on the left.
So you play Sterling on the left. So what you put? What you play Foden as the false nine and Mahrez from.
Sterling is just better on the right. That's the problem. Sterling is better on the right.
Jan, what is your
on the left? So
Jan, what front three would you go with? Jesus Christ, what front three would you go with? I ain't even gonna dispute what you're saying. I just want to know what your preferred front three. Pep comes to you and says, right, you're gonna choose the front three. What front three are you choosing for the game at OT?
Okay, Gabby.
Where?
Foden.
Right, center, left.
Sterling. In that. Okay, Gabby on the left. Foden in the middle. Sterling on the right. I might swap Foden and Gabby.
Jesus Christ. Yo. So no Grealish, no Mahrez.
Not Grealish.
And no Mahrez. Why no Mahrez?
Mahrez because Sterling has to play on the right. Because he's not the same on the left. It's not the same player.
So your front three will be Sterling, Foden, and Gabby. So Gabby from the left, Sterling from the right, Foden is the false nine. Backed up by Rodri, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
And then your back four is fullback Cancelo and Kyle Walker fullbacks, Diaz, Stone centre backs, Edison and goal. Right, got you.
Yeah.
We got there in the end, ladies and gentlemen. We got there in the end. You know what I'm saying? You'd never be a manager.
I know, I wouldn't, especially with our players, because it's like
too many options.
Everyone acts like they can all play anywhere, and some of them can. Like Foden can play anywhere. You can put Foden on the right, left, midfield. He's cool. Grealish says he can play anywhere, but we haven't really seen it because he's always been out on the left.
Now, just before you continue, Eddie, that wasn't a combined 11. That was Jan City picking her City team. That's what that was. It was her picking what lineup she'd like to see from City. It wasn't combined 11.
So, and then you've got, like, obviously, Gabby has been really good out wide. So I don't really like putting him as false nine anymore because I think he's better out wide. Sterling is better on the right, 10 times better on the right than he is on the left. Mahrez obviously only plays on the right, I think, for City. So yeah, it's just one of them. I think it just depends who Pep goes with, but I can see him starting. I think Pep will go with. I think he might go Gabby up front. Foden. Don't know. He might start Mahrez. I think he. You know what? Actually, I think he will go with the same lineup as Bruges, apart from Diaz instead of Laporte. That's what I think he might go with.
Okay, so that's what you think he'll go with. He might go with Diaz.
Yeah.
Oh, you're putting Diaz over Laporte. All right, what? Like, let's
because Sterling scored, but.
All right, what front three do you think Pep goes with? Let's switch it up. Because I think you'll go with the goalkeeper. I think the back four picks itself. I think the midfield three picks itself from Pep's perspective.
Yeah.
What front three do you think? What front three do you think he goes with? Now, this ain't yours. This is what you think Pep will go with.
I think he starts De Bruyne instead of Gundogan.
Oh, so you think he plays Gundogan in the midfield? I mean, De Bruyne in midfield.
I think so. He might play. Well, he won't play him out wide, so he either has to be that or a false nine. I don't think he'll play him false nine.
I think that's. You don't think he'll play a false nine, so you see him play the.
He might play him false nine, but the way De Bruyne is at the moment,
he's not.
I wouldn't play him false nine. I think he played false. Did he play false nine this season? I think he might have done once, but yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. I've got a feeling he'll bring De Bruyne back in just because it's one of them. It's one of them key games. So he is our best player when he's on form, innit? So it's just one of them. And the problem is when you don't play players, they don't get back into form. It's not like players just naturally get back into form on their own. They have to play. Like Sterling has to play to get back to where he needs to be. So it's quite a difficult one. If he just drops De Bruyne full stop, we're just going to have this same problem later down the line when we probably need to win every single game. So I don't know. It's just one of them. I think he'll play De Bruyne. But if he doesn't, maybe he will drop him. I do think he'll play. I think possibly he took Mahrez off to rest him.
Mahrez will play from the right, you from the left.
I think Mahrez plays.
There's a Mahrez, Grealish, and one more.
Yeah, I think he'll play Grealish. And then up front, I think he'll play Foden. That's what I think he'll go.
I'm going to lie. Sorry to cut you off there, but yeah, his front three is better than yours.
Foden
is better than yours. Yes, his front three is better than yours.
I had Foden. I did at Mahrez, but I took him out for Sterling.
Yeah, so you took him
out for Sterling is because I want to play Sterling, Mahrez, and Foden, but I can't because Sterling on the left is so bad.
So he has to play it then.
Right, and I can't put Mahrez on the left.
So it sucks, isn't it? I'm just saying Pep's is better than yours. From the front three you listed and the one you listed for Pep, Pep's is better. Pep's is better. So a front three of Grealish, Mahrez, and Foden is better than what did you say? Gabby, Foden, and Sterling. Is what it is. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yeah,
Mahrez definitely. When he's one of our best players, to be fair. Foden, Mahrez in these sorts of games as well. But Mahrez in the Champions League has been better than the Prem. In the Prem, he's been all right. And in the Champions League, he's been really, really good. He's been one of our best players. I think he's got 8 and 8 in the Champions League. He's been scoring a lot. In the league, not so much. It's like Cancelo. Cancelo has got three assists and 2 goals in the Champions League and 1 assist in the Prem. You know what I mean? So I think certain players are just they do better in the Champions League. And Mahrez and Cancelo are them players. So I don't know. We'll have to see.
Love to everyone who has locked in. We are going to close out the show. Obviously, this has been the United versus City preview, Mandem United podcast versus the Gyaldem City podcast. One last question to Jan City, and I'll answer it myself. Scoreline prediction. That's all we need. Scoreline prediction. I'll go first. 3-0 City, I'm saying. No, 4-0 City. That's my scoreline prediction. I'm saying 4-0 City. What are you saying?
2-1 to Man City. Have to back my team in the prediction.
Oh, geez. Oh, yeah. How hard is that? So you got 2 Manchester City wins in the predictions, even though the United fan has give City more. I'm saying 4-0. Jan saying 2-1. She fits is going to be a tight game. Love to everyone who's locked in, though, man. Much appreciated. Don't forget as well, this show and all the other shows on Sarcasm City TV, whether it's the YouTube or Twitch, all the other shows, apart from the watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So if you want to listen while you're working, while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're driving, you might not want the YouTube or Twitch app open. You might just want to listen back. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV and it'll pop up. The link for the SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes are all linked underneath in the description. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule as well, people. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule because it lets you know all the shows that are coming up. I'll be on Ransom Mance's Twitch at 7 p.m. Shout out to my guy Rant to be over there on Aaron. Then 8:30 p.m. we'll be on the Mimi TV Twitch for Football Nothing's Off Limits. 10 p.m. I'll probably be with Matisse on his channel on the Twitch. And then we're back 11:30 p.m. for the NBA Watch Along. It's a double header. Can't remember off the top of my head who is playing actually. Let me double check that. So you lot get the information. But again, all the times I mentioned there are UK times as well, people. They are all UK times. And you can check out the YouTube and the Twitch upcoming live stream schedules. What are the games? Let me have a look. Let me check. Yeah, the Lakers are playing, but I don't think that's the first one because they're West Coast, so they'll be the.
That's 2:30.
So yeah, so actually the Lakers are the first one. So it's they're not the second one. So it is the Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics, and the Lakers versus the Thunder. So you got the Heat versus the Celtic and the Lakers versus the Thunder on the Twitch today. You lot give us your predictions in the comments quickly before we go. Yeah, like I said, I gave my prediction. Mika, I'm big up for you being a member as well. I said 4-0 City. Ty Storm City says, thank you so much for the show, you great people. Big up to you. Sumaker says 5-2 City. I hear that. Our team is crap. City are going to palm us, is saying facts.
I hope so. I hope you get palmed. That would make my day.
Yeah, what it now? Fantastic.
Considering I'm going to be at work for another, however many hours.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. But yeah, people, I'm going to do my best to at least try and bring you this show once a month in terms of not the verses, but Mandem City. Gyaldem City meets Mandem United. So me and Jan are going to pattern that so you can at least get it once a month. At least, because I know you lot enjoy these shows, but this has been the verses. Don't forget, there's a playlist for all these shows as well. So anytime the big six play each other, you get the versus shows. All of those are on there. So United played. Obviously, we played Liverpool. We did the Mandem United versus analysis at Anfield. United went away to Tottenham. We did Talking at Tottenham Talk versus Mandem United. When we play Chelsea, you'll get Ballers at the Bridge versus Mandem United as well. When we play Arsenal, you get Mandem United versus Gunner Talk and all the other teams as well. The verses are good. I do enjoy the verses. They are exceptional. Jan, anything you want to add though before we leave?
Big up to everyone in the comments. If I'm right, you need to cash at me £5. If I'm wrong, I'll let you off.
You can cash up me £5, but love to everyone who's locked in. And this has been a special edition of the Mandem United podcast because it has been the Manchester United versus Manchester City preview, the Mandem United podcast versus the Gyaldem City podcast. Big up to you lot, and thank you very much for tuning in.